Hey guys, it's your girl Me-Anie. Let me just make sure that this live chat isn't also private because I was doing a couple of test runs. Okay, so I believe this one is public. Good deal. I don't expect too many people to be in here. I know people are at work, and I just wanted to go ahead and make this video while I'm still awake and not feeling super tired. I'm off today. It's super beautiful outside, so I'm just like taking full advantage of the weather. But let me go ahead and open up this window so I can see any messages, just in case we have people watching. Hi, that's Siler. And also let me know if I'm outside on my porch right now. Let me know if it gets a little bit too noisy because I will definitely reposition myself. There goes my neighbor. Maybe he's going somewhere. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the law of attraction. I've done plenty of videos on the law of attraction and also The Secret as well. And what we wanted to talk about today, Michelle M said at lunch, perfect timing. And that's kind of what I was figuring too. Somebody would be at lunch and might be able to chime in. And then we have Latasha. How are you doing? I'm doing well. And then Byron Ranker said, what's up? Hi, everybody. So I'm just going to get right into the topic. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. And let me know if there's too much background noise, such as the wind, etc., etc. So on one of my last videos, someone asked me to kind of touch bases again on the law of attraction. And I've done plenty of videos on this topic before. And I don't mind speaking about it again because it's always something that you can kind of exchange and talk about with people and grow. Even if you know all that you do about the law of attraction, there's always something else that you can add onto it. So the law of attraction basically states, you know, whatever you put out there, whatever you attract, that's what you get back, what you put out there. There's a book called The Secret. There's also the movie to that book here on YouTube. So if you look up The Secret, and I'm going to try the box side. I'm going to try my absolute best to put the link to that movie in the description box if it's still available. So if you Google The Secret, there's a movie to it here on YouTube. And the movie and the book goes hand in hand. So you can either read the book if you're more of a person that like to read, or if you rather watch the movie, you can do that. I recommend either of them because I did both and absolutely love the movie. Now, with the movie, it gives you like that feel and that raw emotion because you get to, you know, an actor kind of play everything out that they're trying to embody in the book. So with The Secret, is basically telling you ask, believe, receive. You know, when you want something in the universe, you ask for it, you believe you're going to receive it, and prepare yourself to actually receive it. And I think a lot of the time what we do is we ask for things and then we don't believe that we're going to receive it. For that, we don't prepare ourselves to receive it. So one of the things I talked about a lot was, it's windy out here. One of the things that I talked about a lot, and I kind of made a reference to having like someone having a pregnancy and getting ready for a child. When you find out that you're going to have a child, what do? You prepare yourself for that. You prepare yourself the entire 9 months to actually bring this child into the world and then to take care of them. So it's not like, okay, you find out that you're pregnant and you do absolutely nothing. You go make sure that you're taking the right vitamins. You make sure that you're doing your checkups. You know, some people have a baby shower. They start buying things and preparing for this child to come, and they can, you know, have a baby room. They paint walls. They buy furniture, clothing, diapers, all this stuff for the child. So it kind of goes hand in hand with you asking for something and preparing yourself to receive it. This girl about to be super loud. So with that being said, is when you ask for something, let's say you're asking for a new job, a promotion, a different career. You ask the universe for this. What's the next thing that you should do? You want to believe that is yours. So you take the steps that make it seem more likely. Things that you would do if you already have this position, that's what you want to start doing. So, and I'll go back to an example that I made a while back. When I wanted to get the job at H&M, this was way back when I was working at New York & Company and wanting to move to Tampa. I had a couple of interviews over the phone with H&M. And the one morning I was going to have, I think I was going to have another phone interview that day. And I found one of my old name badges from a previous job. I think it was like Boston Market or something like that laying around. So what I did was I got that name badge, and I got, simple enough, I got a piece of sticky paper, and I wrote my name on that sticky paper, and I wrote the job position. So it was like, put my name, and then I think I put department manager under that. And the entire day that I was at work, I wore that name badge on the inside of my clothing. So while I was at work, hanging stuff and folding and all this other stuff, doing shipment, every time I bent over and my shirt would tip out, I would see my name and department manager. And it made me laugh, because I'm like, look at the stuff I'm doing to kind of put things in motion for myself. So for me, that was like one of the realest feelings of having that position, because when you get a new job, what's one of the things that they do? They give you a name badge. They tell you, they put your name on there. They put your new position. So that was myself putting me in that, like the thought of mine of having that. Funny enough, if I remember this story correctly, because it's been a number of years, funny enough, I got a call that day from the company to go over my offer letter, and I got the job that day. So I was like just so overwhelmed at that little step that I took to kind of make myself believe that I was going to have this position and actually have it come to pass in that very day. So it's kind of like, you ask for something, you believe you're going to get it, do the things that you need to do in order to believe, even if it seems silly to you or somebody else. It might seem silly, but again, what would you do if you had exactly what you asked for? So put yourself in the motion of doing what you would do if you already have it, and that'll kind of make things kind of come closer to you in I want to say not faster. It'll come when it's supposed to, but you're going to be already trained in So that's one thing that I did, not today. That's one thing that I can remember specifically when it comes to me using the law of attraction to get what I want. Another thing that you can do also, you have to be very, very clear about what it is that you want. And you have to be clear, like you need to be able to be very specific about what it is that you're trying to attract in your life, whether it's a new job, whether it's a car, a raise, like your potential husband, whatever it is, you have to be able to be very specific. So this little book right here, it's not even really a book. One of my supervisors at work gave this to me last year, and I showed this before in another video. This was from Target, and it's just like a little book from Target. And funny thing is, I saw this in Target, and I actually really liked it. And she gave this to me in a basket. It was like a little basket that she gave me for something that I did at work, and she really appreciated it. But I really love this little book because it has in here a ton of stickies, and I love stationery. So let me take some of the junk out the front of it, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Y'all don't need to know that confirmation number. So this is what's inside this little book. It has different sticky notes. Nothing special, just a little book with sticky notes. And I'm showing you guys this because I'm going to explain exactly what I do with it. So what I recommend if you want to start using The Secret and the whole ask, believe, receive, and the law of attraction, and practicing it, is go out, get some stationery. It could be something from the dollar store, just something that makes you feel good, something that makes you feel excited. If you get excited about stationery like I do, or you can just write it on regular piece of paper, whatever you want to do. But for me, I see when I get excited about stuff, it makes me feel better on the inside. So this little book that I have here, I just think this thing is magical. And I say that because everything that I wrote on a piece of paper from this little collection here, I actually got it. Everything that I've written down so far on here, and once I write it on these little pieces of paper, I've stuck them to like my computer screen. I've stuck them around my desk, just like little places in my room that's visible to me. And this stuff actually came true. And I mentioned this in another video before also. So I'll show you some of what I have here. So this goes back to when I was taking my VTNEs. And it might be backwards. I'm not sure. Let me see. Is it going to show it backwards? Let me see. It's going. You can't hear me at all? Don't tell me that I ain't here talking. When I can't hear me. Hold on. All right, it's a few people in this room now. Tell me if y'all can hear me or not, because I'm going to be highly upset if I'm in here talking my butt off and can't nobody hear me. All right, Michelle, is it clear? All right, Michelle can hear me. I need like 2 more people to tell me. Okay. Y'all about to stress me out now. Perfect. Okay. So the person that said they could not hear me, like, do you have me on mute maybe? Maybe you need headphones? Okay. I hope that works out for her. So this is what I'm saying. Don't know if this is frontward or backward for you guys, but this little note right here, it says December 14th, I took my VTNEs and I passed. Now, this note was written the night before I actually took my VTNEs. So December 13th, before I went to bed, I wrote this little note, and I can't remember where I kept it, but I wrote this little note saying that I was going to pass my VTNEs. And I remember also what I did was I grabbed a book, because I have tons of little books that I collect. I got a book and I wrote exactly what it was that I wanted to happen as if it already happened. So it was kind of like, you know, I woke up this morning, I took my VTNEs, I passed, I can't believe, and I wrote the emotion that I felt as if it was already happening. So when I wrote this, I just believed that it was going to happen that day. And then this was another one that I wrote as extra confirmation. This one says certified vet tech as of 12/14/2016. Baby. So this is another one that I wrote. And both of these were written prior to me taking the test. So for me, this was kind of like me putting it out there in the universe saying, okay, I'm taking this test today, I'm going to pass. And it happened, right? So that was one thing that happened. Now, after I took the test, you guys all know, like, I'm trying to take it to the next step where I want to be a certified vet tech. And one of my biggest things was getting my job to pay for my school, pay for my hotel, and also pay for, I think that was it, my tuition and my hotel. So I wrote this one. It said, I asked and I received, school fully paid for. That's one that I wrote. And just because that wasn't, to me, that wasn't clear enough. So I wrote another one. I wrote CRI tuition and hotel paid for up front by my job. Okay, I got a little bit more descriptive with this one, because this one is saying, okay, they fully paid for my school, but I wasn't specific enough, because they can pay for my school, but okay, do I have to kick that money out first and then they reimburse me? I said, okay, no, that's not what I want to do, because I don't have no $7,500 to just kick out for school and then wait for them to reimburse me. So I said, you know what? Let me say exactly what I want. I want them to pay for my school up front and my hotel all paid for by my job. And this actually came true. Like, this is true right now. Like, my job is paying for my hotel to go to Coral Springs in about a month, and they're paying for my classes also. All this is up front, so it's not like I have to kick any money out for my classes, pass my classes with a certain grade, and then get reimbursed. It's like, no, okay, you're taking these classes, we're paying for it. And then on top of it, I don't even have to use my vacation time. And all this, I'm not saying all this to brag, so I hope no one takes it that way. It's just me trying to show you guys some of the examples of what I've been doing in the law of attraction to attract what I want. And that's what I mean when I say I get what I want, you know, not like bragging, but saying, putting it out there, like there's an attitude about it, attitude of gratitude. Like, I asked for something, I get it, and I'm thankful because I get that. So these things just go to show you, these little things right here show you, okay, I wrote what I want. I got a little bit clearer because, okay, the first one didn't seem clear enough. I'm going to tell you exactly how I want it to play out. And I keep these in here because I'm just like, yo, this freaking book, this whole little getup is so freaking magical to me. And I absolutely love this book. And I wanted to send a message to the girl the other day at work and tell her, you know, just a sobby thank you story, like a little text. But I'm like, you know what? She probably don't even understand the law of attraction and where I'm going with it. So let me not do that, you know, because everybody don't understand what the law of attraction is about. But go get something that you would feel good about. And when I write in a color that makes me excited. Purple, they say purple is a color of royalty, and I forgot what else it was. But I love purple. Write in something that makes you happy. Like, get your favorite pen, favorite color, something that makes you excited about whatever it is that you're asking for. When you write it down, it pops out and it makes you feel good. Now, my thing was, when I lived with other people, like when I lived with my boyfriend back in Philly and I was practicing this, I didn't feel comfortable having these things around my room for somebody else to see, because you don't want somebody to be judging the things that you do when you're trying to put yourself in a mindset of, you know, the law of attraction, ask, believe, receive, because they might not understand it. They may think that it's funny, like it's weird. And then when that happens, it kind of drags you down. It takes you to a place where you kind of question what you're doing, and it kind of like shake your faith a little bit. So you can, if you want to, you can keep this stuff around you if you're just a person that just don't care. But if you know that things that people may say will bother you, keep it in a little book where it's all to yourself, and you can go through this book whenever you want to, somewhere that's exclusive to just get to it. Even if it's in your phone, like, you know, there's applications where you have notepads in your phone. You can keep it in there, whatever feels real to you. For me, it's real for me when I physically write it down. So just be very clear about whatever it is you want. I mean, very, very descriptive, because there's little ways that you can get what you asked for, but it's not the way that you intended it to come, or it's not the way that you really wanted it. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to be very descriptive. There was a book that I was reading at one time. It was talking about, I can't remember the name of it right now. I think it might have been Eat, Pray, Love. It might have been Eat, Pray, Love. But in this book, the lady was talking about how she wanted to attract a husband, and she felt like she was ready for a husband and everything in her life was ready. But when it came down to it, her living situation wasn't ideal for having another person in her space. And this is what I mean. So mentally, she was prepared. She felt like emotionally, she was ready to nurture somebody. She was ready to share her life with another person. But her household wasn't saying the same, because in her room, if you have a husband, you guys are sharing a room. This entire closet was filled with nothing but her stuff. So where's your husband going to put his clothes, his shoes, his underwear? You know, she thought that she was ready for a husband, but everything in the bathroom was all hers. So there's no space for anybody else in your life but you, because your stuff is all over the place. You get what I'm saying? Like, I did that once where I cleared out half of my closet, and it was weird as heck, I tell you. Like, I tried it. I'm like, this is weird. Like, I cleared out entire section of my closet. I was like, this is for Bae. This is for Bay. He gonna come. Child. And that shit was weird as hell when I tell you. It just felt kind of creepy to me. But it's just like, I'm saying all this to tell you, like, if you want something, you have to prepare not only yourself mentally, but things around you physically for this thing to come into your life. Does that make sense? I know everybody is in here quiet, but I need y'all to give me some feedback. And if you have any questions, definitely ask your questions, because I want this to be a dialogue. I don't want you guys to just sit here and listen to me. I appreciate it, but definitely a dialogue, because I'm sure I can learn something from anybody, you know, in this room. But it's preparing yourself for whatever it is you're asking for. So right now, what am I asking for right now? I don't want to share this yet. I'm gonna hold off on sharing this, but I'm asking for some stuff right now, and I'm kind of seeing it come to light. So I'm not gonna speak on it right now. I'm just gonna let it be, let it stay, and I'm smiling because it's exciting. It's exciting. It's thrilling. It's fun. I don't think I can really go into it much more than that, but if you guys are looking for something to kind of read and get on the path of the law of attraction, I would say definitely start out with The Secret. I've gotten my books before. I think I've at least bought like 6 different books of The Secret. And I bought that many because I would read it, and from there, I would get so excited. I'm like, this is what pisses me off, right? When you talk about something and then somebody's like, oh, I know about that. Like, you've been knew about this, but you never told me about this at all. Like, I hate when people do that. So every time I learn about something or I hear about something that's beneficial to me, I try to share it with as many people as I possibly can. So every time I got finished reading that book, The Secret, and I read it a couple times, I would tell somebody about it. I'm like, oh, let me ship you a copy. And then I would go back on eBay and buy another copy. So you can honestly go onto eBay and find a copy of The Secret on there. I think I probably bought mine for anywhere from between $4 and $7. Really inexpensive and good copies, nice hardback copies. So look on eBay for The Secret. I would start there. If you don't feel like spending money on it, look up The Secret on YouTube. I think they also had it on Netflix at one point, and it was amazing. I loved watching it. Like, that movie gave me chills. It really did. I remember the first time I watched this was years ago, and my manager at Ulta back then, like, oh my gosh, she believed in The Secret. And I loved working with her, because when you're on the same wavelength as somebody else that is trying to be positive, it's easy for you to kind of get into that motion and keep things going. So when I was looking into The Secret and I found out she was like really, 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 Michelle M said, I'm almost positive you sent me a copy years ago. It's possible, a giveaway. Yep. See, that's possibly one of them that I did, a giveaway. I do remember doing a giveaway on YouTube, and I gave away a copy of The Secret. Exactly. See, like, I absolutely, like, I hate containing stuff to myself that's good, like quality stuff. So it kind of makes me mad when I talk about something and somebody's like, oh, I know about that. Like, you never thought to tell me about XYZ, so you ain't want to put me on, huh? Right? I actually have a friend right now that he's reading some books, and I asked him, like, what books are you reading? And he wouldn't tell me. I'm like, well, damn, if you getting this much enlightenment from these books, like, wouldn't you want to share? And I wouldn't say I distanced myself from him. I just took it as, all right, whatever, like, do you. It's enough wealth in books in the world for all of us to latch onto, whether you share or not. I just choose to share with other people because I want other people to be great. I don't want to be great all by myself. Like, if you up there and you great all by yourself, like, who else are you going to hang out with? Who else are you going to have like-minded conversations with if you're up there all by yourself and you're great? Like, that's when people become destructive and they fall down because they don't have anyone to kind of talk to, and they just start doing crazy things, So a story that I was just telling you guys, I remember when I was working at Ulta and I started talking about The Secret. I honestly believe back then, oh my God, what's her name? Can't remember her name from YouTube. I believe she's African. Back then she used to have a shaved head, full lips. She had a gap at one time. I think it was like Angel Love might be her name now. She has a daughter. beautiful, and all this really, really big chest. I believe she was the one that put me onto The Secret back then. And I thank her for it, because since then it's been like ongoing. But I remember when I started reading The Secret around that time, I had my first car, and it was so difficult to find a parking spot in Philly on my block at that time. So I started doing this thing in my head, because it's in the book. I believe it's in the book, talking about seeing a parking spot that you want and attracting it. So I was like, you know what, let me try this. So I can't remember the exact number of days that it happened to me in a row, because it's been many years. So my story now might differ from a story that I told in the past, just by, you know, the numbers. But I remember the first time I tried it, I said, okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a parking spot in front of the house. I'm going to be good. So it happened. And I was like, when I tell you, I sat in my car and I started cracking up in disbelief, like, yo, like, did this really just happen? And I tried it for like the next 5 or 6 or 7 days. I tried it, and it kept freaking happening. Like, every time I got home, I had a parking spot. And you might be saying like this, okay, what's a parking spot? In Philly, we got roadblocks, okay? Blocks like parallel, where you have to park on one side of the block. And by the time you get home, there's probably no parking, especially if you work in retail and you get home after 11, sometimes 12, there's no parking. So that means you have to drive around the block, look for parking, or you need to park on somebody else's block. So that was a big thing for me back then, like just wanting to get, and that was something small. I started with something small, as the book recommends. Try to attract something small so that when it happens, you can see that it really does, it's believable. It's something that can happen for you. And then from there, try something else. So I started with that, because that was something that I was facing at that time, trying to find a parking spot, which was small, but annoying at the same time. And once I saw that I was able to attract a parking spot over and over and over again, like, I sat in my car a few times and just cracked up, because it was the funniest thing. Like, I was just amazed and blown away by it. So from there, I started doing other things, and I started attracting other things in life that I really wanted at that time. And I'm just sharing all these little stories to kind of show you guys that it really does happen. So start off with The Secret. That's a good read, either the movie or the book. You can look it up on YouTube or go to eBay. If you already read those two, another one that you can read, he's throwing those chairs in the trash. Ruben was just saying something. Another book you can read is I think it is. I'm trying to think like the order you should go in. That's a beautiful dog. Siler, not today. No. Trying to think of another book. There's a book called The 4 Agreements. I'll talk a little bit about the 4 Agreements in another video. And I honestly have to reread the 4 Agreements, but I know it sticks out in my head as a book that I absolutely love. And I love telling people about that one as well. Another book that you can read is The Aladdin Factor. That's about how to be a master asker. And I started that book, and I actually did an audiobook on it. I started that, and I kind of fell off the wagon with everything that was going on in life, but that's another good one. But start off with The Secret. Start from there and kind of build and see what else you fall into. If you guys have any books that you can remember, like any good books that kind of lead into all that stuff, comment and let us know what those books are, because I'm always looking for the next best read. I'm always looking for the next thing that I can look into. And I'm going to tell you this, once you start this law of attraction journey, try not to fall off, man, because like things will start going in such a way that it's just amazing. And once that momentum builds up, like don't fall off of it, because what happens is you fall off and you think, oh, I can start back anytime. I can attract anything whenever I'm ready to. So then you have that that notion in the back of your head, and you just it's like, okay, why would you not want to attract the greatest things in life? You know, the things that you want, you know, you can actually get them. Why would you not want to work towards that? Like, why be so lazy? Like, that's what happened when you fall off. You fall off and you start thinking like, oh, I'll just go back to it when I'm ready. You know, like, I'm just going to slack for now. I can do it. I did it before. I can do it again. You kind of get that mentality. So that's why I always urge people, once that momentum starts going, keep at it. Like, keep adding to it, keep adding fuel to that fire and keep it going, because once you fall off, man, it's difficult to get back on. And I will say that because I could be somewhere totally different right now if I would have stayed on that path. But I believe I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I don't regret it. I believe I'm exactly where I need to be in my life right now. And I'm going to get where I'm going, you know? So I'm not gonna, how long have I been on here so far? Does not tell me. Yeah, this don't give me any type of idea as far as time. I think it's probably been like close to 45 minutes. The world could be wonderful with the 4 agreements. Yeah, I think one of the things in the 4 agreements was what? Don't take it personal. I think that was one of them. I love that book. I need to reread that book at some point because the teachings in that book is phenomenal. And I think they have a couple different sister books to that whole stream of thought. But I'm going to end this video. I hope this feed was informative. I hope the message matters. I hope it was a good feed. I'm actually going to go back and watch it now. I'm so crazy. Like, after my videos, I go back and I watch them. Like, girl, you were there. Like, why are you going back and watching your videos? You were there. You just did this. But I don't know. It's something that I do. I go back and I watch myself like I'm learning something new. I guess it's probably just like me critiquing myself and seeing how I can get better at what I'm doing and trying to get rid of some of my bad habits. Jazzy, hey girl, hey. Hi, I'm so thrilled that you guys are in here right now. What is she doing? Is she looking for her keys or something? Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I might come back on a little bit later. You know what? I just realized this entire time that I've been trying to figure out how to go live on my computer, like, I was overlooking the easiest step, the way that I used to do it. And I stumbled onto it like a couple days ago. And I'm like, wait, what the hell have I been doing? I downloaded all this stuff. Hey, Miss Chrissy, how you doing? I downloaded all this stuff that I thought I needed. And I'm like, wait, this is all I need to go live? Like, I got my webcam here. And honestly, this webcam, I'm going to do another video later because I want to compare this webcam to the camera that's on my laptop. I went out yesterday and bought an Airbook. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I need it for school. I see. I need to send you the info on this Neo Soul event this Saturday at the Crowbar. I work this Saturday. I'm off this week. I'm off. What's today? Wednesday, and I'm off Friday. And these are some amazing ass days off. Like, I love my supervisor for giving me today off. Like, honestly, Monday and Tuesday around here is the worst days to have off because they do a lot of cleaning. But Wednesday, what? Super freaking nice outside. Lord, yes, come through. Linus Love says, thank you for the positivity. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I try to be trying my best, man. I'm trying my best to be a better form of me. I'm just trying. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm actually about to run out to Best Buy right now and return some of the footage and some of the equipment that I bought that's not working with my setup. It starts. Oh, Jesus. She says it starts Saturday at 8. All right. Send me the info. You know what? I don't have. Email me. Send me an email, and I'm actually going to give you my number because I don't have any instant messengers or anything like that right now. Let's see, what do I have on my phone that I can just send me an email, Barbadian261, the same way I spell Barbadian here. Send me an email when you're finished, or you can do it now, and put your number in there, and I will text you so you can give me that information. Where is the crowbar anyway? Y'all know I'm not supposed to be doing nothing that involves like entertainment. I need to be studying. I shouldn't even be doing this right now. I need to be studying. Ugh, Lord, it's so heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's hard. The workload. This is what I'm going to try to attract though. So I'm going to tell you guys this. Like, I honestly want to take the entire month of October off, or as much of it as I can. I really want to talk to my job about me not working the rest of October, because last 2 weeks I worked like almost 92 hours, and I'm supposed to work an 80 hours in 2 weeks, but I worked like 91 hours because we had a couple of procedures that were emergency procedures, and they came towards the end of my shift, and me being the technician with that doctor, I wasn't obligated to stay, but one time the doctor asked me would I stay to do the procedure. So it was a tail amputation. So we amputated this pet's tail because it was better if we did it that day. And then the other one was a pyometra emergency surgery that led into like 9 o'clock at night. And I went into overtime for that. But it's just too much because, you know, I can be scheduled to get off at a certain time, and then I don't get home until late, and then I'm too tired to study. And then the next morning I either have to get up early in the morning, or I can't get up because I'm exhausted. And I think I'm going to see if I can just ask them, can I have the month of October over? I have some vacation time that I can use. I mean, it's like, y'all paying for all this. Y'all paying for my classes. You're paying for me to go to the classes. And we don't want me to fail, do we? We don't want to throw away, like, I can't even tell you how many $1,000s y'all are spending on me right now. We shall want me to succeed and prosper and get all these classes together. Shall we not? Let's see here. Just looking through to see if I missed any questions. I hope the young lady that said she couldn't hear me ended up hearing me at some point. I did see the screen go black a couple of times, so I'm definitely going to go back and watch. What do you guys think about this feed right now? Like, is this a format that you guys would like to see continue? This is something else that I'm trying. So I'm trying to get these formats together. This is basically my old way of doing live videos, and I have my webcam that I can probably use at some point. So I need some feedback from you guys. Tell me what you think of this format. Let me know if you like the live with this format. You're able to talk to me here on live chat. Might not look that much different to you guys because it's probably the same thing as me doing it from my phone, kind of, sort of, but I need your feedback. That's the only way I can really know, you know, how this is working out, because I don't want to keep doing something that's not working. So let me know how you like it. If the format was good, the clarity, we all know the message matters. We got the message down. Just want to see that you guys are approving of it. And if you don't, I mean, shoot, you do it. Okay? All right, I'm going to get off this thing. I'm probably going to go out and try to. You still not wearing a shirt, huh? That's one of my neighbors. He said he wears a shirt 1 month out of the year. Must be December or January. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, it's your girl Me-Anie, and remember, keep rising. Keep rising. Bye. I don't know, half these people. All right, how do you end this now? Okay, stop broadcasting. Boop.